7:30 now. Whether you are a seasoned vet of the opera or looking for your first performance, there is a show playing right now that is sure to draw you in.
La Bohème is about finding love and choosing family, and if it sounds a little familiar, that's because the story inspired Broadway's Rent. This morning we are joined by two of the performers, Keely Feuderer and Simone Harcum, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, we got a little taste of the performance earlier, which we'll show you later coming up, and it was amazing. But first, just tell us about the story, La Bohème.
You want to go first? Feature.
Sure. Sure. The story of Bohème is about a group of friends who are taking on various challenges that we all know. Challenges of love, relationships, money, passion, pursuing your passions or making money. And it goes through a few months of their lives where they have relationships ebbing and flowing, and there is extreme love, extreme passion, extreme death.
I was about to say illness, death, a little bit of life.
They're just the artists that kind of come together in a community in Paris.
Yes.
And like Rent, or Rent was inspired by, the ups and downs of life, the tragedies, bring them together. Tell us about your characters and what your characters bring to the story.
Sure. So I'm playing Musetta, and I think that she brings sort of chaotic good to the story. She's very loud and over the top and extroverted. She loves people. She likes a scene, making a scene, I should say. She likes flirting. She likes to be sort of large and in charge, but she's also, I think there is a depth to her in that she is all of these things, but she's also very, real and grounded, and she's trying to take care of those around her in a way that she can. Like, she comes on with a sugar daddy to start, so she's trying to take care of people in her own way. So that's my character.
Yes, and I play Mimi. And Mimi, for the story, I think raises the stakes of the drama because her dilemma is whether to live life or just to go ahead into her own little world. She is, from the very beginning of the show, that she has a terminal illness of some kind. And she comes and introduces herself to this friend group and lives out her last days in that way. It's gorgeous, and the whole story, every single character exhibits the same kind of passion, this life or death need to engage and to love and to live. Yep. And I think Mimi brings the literal sense of that to the whole production.
Mm-hmm. What is it like for you guys to be a part of the show? Because it is really iconic.
Terrifying, but also amazing. I mean, there's an enormous amount of pressure because everybody does know it. It's sort of a rite of passage in the opera world to be in it. I think this is both of our firsts.
It is.
Doing our sort of lead roles. And I think it's hard to sort of balance that pressure with also enjoying it and loving it, because it is such incredible music, and it's a story that we all relate to. We all have friends. We've all experienced love and death and money problems, and all of the things that go into this like perfect little vignette of life.
But so, Simone, a lot of people are, they find opera intimidating, and here you've got the Italian language, and people might, they think of the barriers, but really, how do people respond when maybe it's their first time going to see the opera and they realize, oh, I can understand it even if it's not in English?
Yeah, I think there are certain aspects of life and communication that are universal, that transcend language and all kinds of things. And that's, first of all, comedy, like, physical humor and things like that. And also just the visceralness of music in general and how it communicates emotion in a specific and intentional way. And Bohème, the music is, perfect for that. I have seen Bohème 3 or 4 times. I cry every single time. The end, you know what's going on, and you are locked in emotionally.
Okay, you're both opera singers.
Mm-hmm.
How did you discover you had this? I don't think everybody can do this. It feels like a pretty rare skill.
Yes and no. I mean, I think a lot of it is if you can sing or not, which a lot of people can, and then it's whether you have sort of the tools to study and drive. I mean, I know for both of us, I've been in school for this probably 12 or 13 years at this point, and we all have advanced degrees, so it's, you know, it's a specialty like anything else.
It's more appreciation for it. It's not necessarily natural. I mean, there's definitely natural ability, but the training is.
It's a choice for sure. Okay. I think that anybody really can pursue it, but it is a lot of hard work and a lot of very specific work when it comes to your voice and singing that I do think you have to sort of be introduced to even know how to approach that. So. Yeah, I mean, most opera singers you'll hear will say they've been singing all their lives in some form. But once you see a show like Bohème, or you experience people who do it, it catches you. It catches your attention and makes you say, I want to do that. And that's kind of what happened.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Very impressive.
Well, we can't wait to hear. Well, we heard a little sample in the studio of you singing it, just spectacular. So we're going to have you stay here right now, Keely and Simone, and we're going to get a chance to hear them perform in just a little bit, and you'll find this really amazing.
Yeah, but first, a little bit of the show information. La Bohème is on stage at the Ordway through May 19th. For tickets, you can head to mnopera.org. And for now, we'll send it over to you, Kelly.
All right, just a few minutes ago, we were chatting with performers from the Minnesota Opera.
The show is called La Bohème. It's on stage now, and Keely is going to give us a preview of what you can expect. Take it away.
Okay, I'll get rid of this one. Or should we just